Our next speaker was a visiting professor and Stanford Fulbright Scholar in 2015 to 2017. She is an expert in foreign affairs, East European politics, and public opinion studies. Please, everyone, welcome Svitlana Khutka.
Thank you so much for being here. And today I would like to quote the words of Ukrainian writer, because I believe it may be one of the most important messages we also can convey today. Her name is Victoria Amelina, and she was writing about the Ukrainian and Russian culture in the contemporary situation. What she says: while the Ukrainian people have for the past months been defending their country from an atomic superpower, the Western cultural community has been discussing whether to break ties with Russia. One might ask who is the more exhausted: Western public intellectuals who are looking for good Russians to save them from the bad Russia, or perhaps they are talking about that because saving Ukrainian artists, scientists is more difficult. Although Wikipedia says that I am an award-winning Ukrainian novelist, how Victoria is saying about her, I now spend my days volunteering in a humanitarian aid warehouse in Lviv. However, I cannot help but note the irony of these rescue operations of Russian from Russia. For instance, after dancing for the murderous Russian elite for years, Russian ballerina Olga Smirnova suddenly denounced the war and left Russia to dance with the Dutch national ballet instead. Unlike her, Ukrainian ballet star Artem Datsyshin died after Russian bombed Kiev. You won't see him on stage. After producing fake news defending Russian aggression for years, the Russian propagandist Maria Ovsyannikova suddenly appeared on screen for a few seconds with a poster saying "No war," and got millions of supporters. She was even promoted to get the award for the freedom of speech support. Ukrainian journalists, they died when Russian fire struck their vehicles on the outskirts of Kiev. And for example, Alexandra Kuvshinova, who was risking her life to report the truth to the world, won't be seen on the screen ever. Ukrainian lives, paintings, museums, libraries, churches, and manuscripts do burn. They are burning right now. This night, past night, they will be burning tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So maybe it's time to shift the debate from whether the world should forgive Russian imperial art and literature to how to prevent one of Europe's cultures from becoming another executed Renaissance culture. I was never a fan of cancel culture, but maybe the executed culture that Russians have repeatedly practiced on free Ukrainians is something the world would like to stop before it's too late again. From my own experience, I can say that right now there are so many, announcements that universities, colleges, they are looking for people to teach Russian culture, Russian history, Russian language. This is a sort of this agenda which is silencing Ukrainian culture. And we cannot be seen this neo-colonial way through the lenses of Russian culture anymore, especially at the level of academia. And I do believe we should support this, because it's not about the canceling the Russia as it is. It's not about the canceling culture per se, but this is about the stopping, silencing and whitewashing what's going on through this soft power of Russian culture, which is promoting murders of Ukraine. Thank you. And Slava Ukraini!